global oil prices jumped to more than $126 a barrel on Thursday, April 30th, reaching a four-year high before later easing as markets reacted to concerns over a worsening U.S.-Iran conflict. The spike was driven by fears that the war could escalate further and trigger prolonged disruptions in Middle East oil supplies, with investors warning of potential damage to global economic growth. Prices had already surged in recent weeks, following the outbreak of the U.S.-Israeli attack on Iran on February 28th. Benchmark Brent crude has roughly doubled since the start of the conflict, while West Texas Intermediate has also risen sharply amid tightening supply conditions. A key factor behind the rally is the effective disruption of flows through the Strait of Hormuz, through which a significant share of global oil and liquefied natural gas normally passes.
Well, the bigger news, I think, has been a build-up over the last couple of days, which has kind of led us to this fresh peak, this highest oil price since the war began. And the two key factors here are, first of all, it does seem as though the US wants to extend its naval blockade of Iran, something that has been successful so far in really preventing Iranian oil from exiting, which, long story short, does ultimately shut in some Iranian oil. So that's the first part. And the second part of it is, in order to potentially escape this bind, there is potentially growing evidence or rumors around the fact that Iran may also strike first to change the status quo of the war. What the US blockade does in terms of a direct link to oil prices is it effectively prevents the sort of 1.8 million barrels per day of Iranian oil that was flowing out quite readily before the war and even during the war. It's essentially blocked this. Now, what this means is, much like their other neighbors in the Middle East, their inability to export oil means that their onshore storage for oil rapidly gets filled up. And once that's full, they need to shut down production.